Hi everyone, we will start with exercise 1.1 of arithmetic progression. Question number 1 goes like this. In which of the following situations does the list of numbers involve make an arithmetic progression and why? So the first sub question here in this case is as follows. So let us start. So you see that there is taxi fare is given for the first kilometer, that is 15 rupees, and as it goes on it increases by 8. So I am going to write the fare here. The first fare is 15, the next fare 15 plus 8, that is 23, plus 8 which is 31, plus 8 which is 39, and so on. Now question is whether this is an AP or not. How do you decide whether it is an AP or not? First, we will name all of them as terms A1, A2, A3, A4 and so on. In case if it is a finite progression, if it is finite set of numbers, then we will know the last number. If it is infinite numbers, then in that infinite series we will not know which is the last number. In this case, they are not told which is the last kilometer covered. So, the last number is not known. We will leave as it is. To check whether this given sequence is arithmetic progression or not, what to do is subtract two consecutive numbers. Always the second from the first from the second, second from the third, third from the fourth. You have to subtract like that. So, let me check all the numbers. First is A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1. You should not subtract A1 minus A2, always A2 minus A1. Now, what is A2? 23 minus A1 is 15. So, subtraction. Answer is 8. Let us store the answer. Now, it's time to check for the next two consecutive terms. That is A3 and A2. A3 minus A2, which is equal to 31 minus 23. The difference is 8. Well, you should be happy that we got the same constant difference. If the difference is same, we call it as common difference. So, is this a common difference? Don't be in a hurry. We should check for all the numbers given there. There is one more set of consecutive numbers. Two numbers are there. Those two consecutive places we have to check once more. That is A4 minus A3. What is A4? 39 minus 31 is equal to 8. You may wonder, sir, 8 is the number which we added. Then we already know that the difference is constant. Why do we have to check? See, this is the protocol of checking. We have to check whether the numbers are having a difference, same or not. So, now we see that for all the two consecutive place numbers, the difference is same. We say therefore common difference, or we will call it as D, which is equal to 8. If common difference exists, that means the given sequence is an AP. Clear? So we can write therefore the given example is an arithmetic progression. The second sub question goes like this. So you see here that the vacuum pump is removing 1/4 of the air which is already in the cylinder. So suppose the starting volume that is there, the starting volume which is there, let us consider it as V is the initial volume. So what will be the next volume? Let us calculate that. The next volume is V minus V by 4. V by 4 is the 1/4 of the existing volume. Existing volume is V. So 1/4 of that volume is V by 4. When you remove that, the vacuum pump is removing it. So you have to subtract. So we remove that. Let's calculate. 4V minus V by 4, which is equal to 3V by 4. So this is the next amount of or volume of gas remaining, 3V by 4. this, again 1/4 of this existing volume is removed. 1/4 of this is nothing but 3V. This is existing is 3V by 4 minus, because it's removed, so you have to subtract how much? 3V by 16. How? Multiply this by 1 by 4. 3V by 4 into 1 by 4 is becomes 3V by 16. So 3V by 16 is 1/4 of 1/4, that is removed. So when this is removed, what happens? Again 48V minus 12V by 64, which is equal to 48 minus 12. 8 minus 2 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. 36V by 64, which can be simplified. 4 9s are 4 16s are, answer being 9V by 16. So these are the values. 9V by 16, 9V by 16. I am going for just 3 of the terms, not going for 4 terms, not required in this case. Now to check whether this is an AP or not, what to do? We will call these as A1, A2, A3 and so on. How do you find out the common difference? 2 consecutive terms, that is A2 and A1, we will subtract those. A2 minus A1, which is equal to 3V by 4 minus V. I can call V as V by 1. Now simplify. 3V into 1 is 3V minus V into 4 is 4V divided by 4 ones are 4. How much is that? That is equal to 3V minus 4V is minus V by 4. You got the first difference, minus. What does minus indicate? Whenever the difference is minus, that means the values are going on decreasing. If it's in the decreasing order, your difference will be always in negative. And if the difference is positive, the values are increasing. And suppose it does not increase, neither it increases nor decreases. In that case, it will be neither positive nor negative, it will be 0. Difference is 0 means the sequence does not increase or decrease. Now, let us go to the one more set of consecutive terms, A3 and A2. A3 minus A2 is equal to A3 being 9V by 16 minus 3V by 4, which is equal to, I just simplify by the trig method, 9 4s are 36V minus 16 3s are 48V divided by 16 4s are 64, which is equal to 36 minus 48 is 12V by 64. 4 3s are 4, 16s are. Answer is 3V by 16. What do we see here? We see that, so since it's a negative number, it's minus 12 here, sorry. Minus, so answer is minus 3V by 16. They both are negative, yes. However, the answers are not same. The number is not same, means the difference is not constant. So there is no common difference. So this is not an AP. The given sequence is not in AP. The third sub question goes like this. The situation is, you can see the question here. So situation is, they are digging a well and the first meter it costs 150 rupees. So first meter is 150 rupees. As we go on, like further, every meter costs 50 more. So the values must be first 150 rupees, next 50 rupees more, that is 200, next 250, 300 and so on. Again I am telling you, the last term cannot be mentioned because it's not a finite sequence. If the sequence was finite, you could tell this is the last term. Here it is infinite, they are not told the last term. So let us name these as A1 first term, A2 second term, A3 third term, A4 fourth term. How do we verify the given sequence? Consecutive terms, find the difference. If the difference is same, then it is arithmetic progression. Let us try. First comes A2 minus A1. So consider A2 minus A1. What is A2 minus A1? 200 minus 100. Sorry, 150. Answer 50, of course. This we knew from the earlier starting time that 50 was added for all the previous 1 meter. Previous meter you would have 50 rupees everywhere, so that must be the difference. Next, A3 minus A2. Just for the convention's sake, we must write all the terms properly. Next comes 250 minus 200, which is equal to 50. Again, we must be glad that we got the same. Now it is going to be an AP, but still not 100% sure because one more set of consecutive terms are there. A4 minus A3, which is equal to 300 minus 250. The difference being 50 again. And that's enough. We have got the same constant number. You can write it and therefore the common difference is 50. What can you say? This implies therefore what? The given sequence is an AP. Given sequence is an AP. So fourth sub question goes as follows. So what is written here is the initial amount that is kept is called as principal amount. So we call it as P, which is 10,000 rupees. Okay? The initial principal amount that we keep is 10,000 rupees. The rate of interest is written as 8% per annum. And here we are looking at compound interest. So we will have to understand the compound interest formula where the amount is given by principal into 1 plus R by 100 into N, where N is the number of years. So let us check. Initial amount was P, 10,000. So let's calculate amount after 1 year. After 1 year, how much it is? So 10,000 into 1 plus R upon R is 8. 8 by 100. N becomes for 1 year. So that's equal to 10,000. 1 into 100 is 100. 100 plus 8. See, 1 into 100. 100 plus 8 ones are 8 upon 1 into 100. 100. Total power 1. Power 1, even if you don't write the degree as well, it's okay because anything to the power 1 is itself. Now simplification, 2 zeros and 2 zeros cancel here. The amount that you're going to get is 100 into 108. So that's equal to 10800. This is the next term to be written. The first term was 10,000. I'll name this as A1. So automatically A2 is the amount that you get after 1 year. How much is that? 10,800. So 10,800. Now let us calculate the same for after 2 years. After 2 years, what happens? After 2 years, so N is there. In this case, N is 2 years now. So A is equal to P, which is same 10,000. 1 plus R is 8% per annum. N is 2. So almost same simplification. 10,000 into. So you know how much we got earlier. 108 by 100 whole square. This simplification from the previous step here. So square means x square is nothing but x into x. Y square is y into y. So what is 108 by 100 square? Into itself. So next step, A is equal to 10,000 into 108 upon 100 into 108 upon 100. I hope it's easy. Just multiplied it twice to itself. Now simplification, 2 zeros cancel here. 2 zeros, 2 more zeros cancel. It is 108 into 108. So A is equal to 108 into 108. Let us try to find out the product for that. 108 into 108. 8 are 64, 6, 8 ones are 8. 0, that's nothing but 0. Then 1, anything multiplied by 1 is itself. So final answer is 11,664. That will be our next term. 11,664. That will be third term. So similarly, we can find out the remaining terms of the sequence. But now, let us check whether these consecutive terms will give us the same answer. If it is same, then you can go for one more term. By the same formula, you can find out the next term, A4, and then substitute that difference also. Now let us check whether these A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2 both are same or not. So first is consider A2 minus A1. What is A2 minus A1? 10,800. 10,800 minus 10,000. Answer is 800. Next, we go for the next two consecutive terms. A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2 is equal to A3 is 11,664 minus A2 10,800. 10,800. And the difference 4 minus 0 4. 6 minus 0 6. 6 minus 8 is 16 minus 8, which is 8. 0 0. Fine. So your answer is 864. We do not have to inspect further because you directly can see the two differences are not same. The difference is 800, your difference is 864. Means common difference does not exist. You can say A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. Means common difference does not exist. You can just write. Therefore, common difference does not exist. Therefore, not an AP. This implies given sequence is not an AP.